I'm looking. I think Steven's going to help me do some inner tube upgrades here soon. All right, let's see. Surprise, everybody.
Yeah.
Let's see.
You know what
here.
I want to say on that? Surprise,
Yeah, we'll do.
Yeah.
We'll do not safe for work.
Yeah.
All right, we are up and rolling. Let's see how many people we get joined in this impromptu. Oh,
Since we're recording, and it's
two. We got 2 viewers so far. Oh man. Yeah, let's run down through our awesome list of sponsors real quick while we're still gaining members on our impromptu podcast tonight. How about that?
Yep.
And also, since I'm
you got your list, you can't miss one.
I know for our boy Dustin at Penske, just so you know, repping hard tonight on this impromptu
he's
one.
Making it up.
Sean, when we did the live at the PRI show, like I had my phone set up, and then Tamara had Dustin's phone, so like I'm like trying to go straight off memory our list of like sponsors and supporters, and like had everybody. I think I nailed everybody except for Penske, and here's Dustin with Penske outside the booth, like watching us in a giant Penske shirt. Luckily, he turned around probably to walk away and say "F you guys," and so. Anyways, it
worked out.
It could have been bad.
Yeah.
All right, so as always, thank you to our Patron drinkers, our Patreons, all y'all who subscribe. We appreciate it. And shout out to our sponsors. I got my list tonight. We got BMF Motorsports, University of Wind, Energy Coil, Night Marketing Group, Hard Times Parts and Service, Montgomery Motorsports, Manchester Mines, Schnitz Racing, Platinum General Services, MTC Engineering, Penske Racing Shocks, MPS Racing, and Worldwide Bearings. Appreciate everybody. So yeah, we're back with another episode of Red Hill Racing podcast. I got Mr. 43 time, and we have a special guest with us tonight for our impromptu podcast, Mr. Sean Henson. What's going on, Sean?
Hey, what's going on, guys?
Oh, just living the dream. So we were getting ready to do this interview with Sean, and he's like, so how does this work? When do we go live? And Dustin and I are like, bro, we're just going to record it and then, queue it up for tomorrow. And he was like, hold on, first off, not safe for work when y'all do hear the recording. But Sean was like, F that, let's fucking go live. So we're like, all right,
here we are.
Say no more. So yeah, anyways. We're first off, I'm getting this was shout out to Sean for making us go live, because I got a text message from J2 at Full Spectrum Power. He said holla live. So even though we did not alert anybody of this, we got people viewing and listening. So that's cool. And J2 might still be at the shop building batteries or something.
Hey, that's my dude right there. I talked to him today. I'm like, I know who the man is at Full Spectrum.
That's
J2.
right. That's right. Shout out to everybody, Jason and J2 at Full Spectrum Power, Charlie, Agnes, because look, they're the best batteries, hands down. Y'all need to be using those. And we don't even have them on our sponsor list yet. I'll work on that.
Yeah.
All right. So where's my comments?
I clicked on it.
Can y'all see them?
I don't see any comments.
But man, it's nice to be hanging out with the boys. There's no doubt.
That's right.
Yeah, I know, right? It's going to be a long winter.
Too far away, man. Too far away. April is too far away.
Okay, there comes one. Yeah, Wesley, my boy Wesley, what is up? Dude, I am so pumped. This is like you're a repeat offender. You've been watching us. For those of y'all that don't know, Wesley is a badass car dude who throws some big money bracket races up at one of our favorite tracks, Maryland International Raceway. And he's always gracious enough to let us two-wheel trash come up and race for big money. We usually
get in on that too. I need to get on.
Dude, Wesley's the man. He puts on some good races, and he loves watching us two-wheelers go down, usually get our butts kicked, but he enjoys it. So thanks, man. We appreciate you tuning in. As we said, this is live. So as you hear this recording tomorrow, next week, whenever you listen to it, we're going to try and shout out our comments that we get.
Oh, he said, look out for some 460 action.
Okay. Oh, snap. Big money 460 at King of the Creek.
That'd be cool.
Man, did we just break the news here, Wesley? Is this breaking news?
Yeah,
sounds like breaking news. We might just jump Robbie and all them in the 460 Elite. We beat y'all to the punch. That'd be sick. damn it, man. Now I'm going to have to get on Mac's ass and see if I got a ride.
I think he sold your ride, bro.
I know. But trust me, they'll have another one. You just cost me a lot of money with that. I figured working on it with Robbie. Okay, cool. So some exciting news we just found out possibly on here. That's awesome.
Wow. And let me tell you, there's a bunch of 460 bikes.
Oh, my Lord. That's one of the growingest classes.
That class is D.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. P. Coop, what's up, brother? How you doing? Yes, we will. We got one of your fellow super stock racers, of course, with us tonight. We'll have to get you on here, P. Coop, sometime soon.
No doubt.
All right, we need some history because we were talking about this before we recorded. I started racing bikes like right when Sean and his dad got out of racing bikes, but I still knew who they were. And to this day, like as of recent years, I feel like we got some young cats when I'm like, I would just be talking or whatever, dust on and be like, yeah, you don't know Sean or buddy Sean Henson? They're like, no, who's that? And I'm like, you don't know the name Henson? And it's like, y'all are too young then. I even knew the name. Give us some history, Sean. Tell us some of the backstory of how you got into drag racing bikes and such. Because apparently there's some new cats out here that don't know your name.
It was in his blood.
Yeah.
The night.
Well, obviously, it starts with my dad. My dad, started a company back in the day called Velocity Racing. Where we manufactured turbo kits for, Suzuki's and Kawasaki's, pretty much Japanese sport bikes. We might have done a Harley or two, but, mainly Japanese sport bikes. Obviously he went on to win multiple pro street championships. We won, through other riders, multiple super street championships, pretty much any power adder, non-power adder sport bike class we won, through up to 2008 anyway.
Right.
At that time, I think we quit racing in 2011, I think was our last year. So I kind of I raced pro street on and off there the last couple years. And then I had a pretty competitive season in super street, back then too.
So give us a little, or give everybody a little bit. You were racing pro street.
Yes.
Back when you were how old?
17, 18 years old. Yeah.
Now, granted, we're not going to take anything away because it's just technology and how things have progressed. So they weren't nearly as fast as they are today, but they're still hauling ass. Like what was the times back then? 730s, 720s?
730s, yeah.
Yep. That's still hauling the mail when you're 17.
Makes me think of
730 at 198.
730, 198.
What's his name? Taylor Wood. He rode pro street at a young age, like 17, 18 years old.
Yeah, that was my buddy. That was my
Yeah. Always hung out with Corey and them at Fun for All and all that. Yeah. I remember that crew.
Yeah, that was my buddy, man. He was a good dude.
That's what I remember as like I said, I was getting in. Dustin was in the bikes long before me, but that's right when I got in, when AMA kind of shut down. But like I said, those names, I think y'all might even like hit like the first, I don't know if you did, Sean, but I feel like Taylor and them hit like the very first Man Cup or something. So I even remember like a race or two, I got to see it because I was hanging out with our mutual friend, all of us, Darren Burnett. He kind of, I got drug in from, our buddy Uncle Jerry.
The finger monkey himself.
The what?
The finger monkey himself.
The finger monkey. Oh, Lord. I don't even know if I've heard that one. I don't know if that's safe.
Ben always just called him shithead.
I got stories about that.
Oh, I guarantee it.
Darren was on the same team for years.
Yeah, exactly. So he brought me into like, I guess the big world. Uncle Jerry got me on bikes. And then the very first big event I went to was the freaking My Rock Bike Fest in July or August, like that year, like 110 degrees. All I did was drink beer and pass out. But Darren got me into it. So I remember all those names. So that's wild though, that like you and Taylor were racing when you were like whatever, 16, 17, 18 on some fast ass shit.
Funny story about Taylor is he actually one summer while we were both in high school, he actually came and stayed at my house for the entire summer when we built his pro street bike. So the season before he actually started racing, he came and stayed at my house for like 2 months while we built this pro street bike. And that's all we did. We never had spring break. We never had summer break. We never had.
That's the bike life, baby. Yeah, I never went to a prom or nothing. I was a drag racer.
Oh yeah, and I loved it. I mean, I wouldn't have it any other way, but yeah. So it's you're never going to get away from it when it's like that, you know.
That's awesome, man. That's awesome. Real quick, we got to shout out an OG, someone that made us question what the hell we were doing with our lives bracket racing this year was Mr. Ronnie Reese, kicking everybody's ass on some stock wheelbase foot shifting stuff. That's gangster. You missed the last race, Sean.
Yeah, I did.
Did you hear about that when Ronnie was effing everybody up on basically a super stock bike in Pro ET? Did we tell you about that?
Dude, it was super stock with stock mufflers. Like,
oh man,
it
Dude,
goes
Ronnie,
to the final of Pro ET on that.
Yeah, went to the final of Pro ET on a stock ZX14. Just effing them up. Like 00 on the tree is like,
wow.
Yeah.
I realized real quick that I suck. That's what I realized.
Like,
I suck.
As somebody that goes out in round 2 with a Gen 2 ZX14,
shit, you unused to riding that, and you'd be better off on your super stock bike for sure. And then we got, of course, Dustin. I think you missed it. I'm trying to gain back some good gracious. Sean put us on a last minute impromptu live, so I told them they'll verify it. I was like, I was just wearing whatever I was wearing because we weren't going to record, and I was like, man, let me go get a Penske on and try and redeem myself for my almost bad F up at a PRI show.
Yeah.
Of course, OG, of course. Ronnie said thanks guys for the shout out always. All right, so that's a little bit of back history, and then you took some time off when you and your dad kind of got away from it, right?
Yeah. So I took several years off, and then I bought a bike probably 3 or 4 years later that I was just doing like some testing and tuning with, and had aspirations of maybe running real street, but didn't really have the budget for it yet.
Yeah.
So I actually ended up selling that thing, took a little more time off, and then that's when I actually took a run at building that real street bike. And I built that turbo bike.
Yeah. So
back then, when you quit, real street was actually real street. Like, it's not real street no more. It's baby Pro Street.
Yeah, 100%. So, and also, I was kind of struggling with the purse, and, it's a lot of money, and it's you spend a lot on the bike to, not get a huge return. And, so I don't know, I'm almost considering going a grudge direction with the bike. I really haven't, considered which way I'm going now this time, but, that's kind of what made me decide to, sell the bike while it was fresh and new, and get some good money out of it.
Yeah, so you basically put together, I guess Cecil and them had like the Pro Street 1000, and there was like some stuff starting to come, but you had a real street Turbo 1000. What was this? Probably 4 years ago now.
Yeah, about
that you made or collaborated with a bunch of people, whoever. You can shout them out if you want, but I mean, just like got this badass Turbo Gixxer 1000, the new Gixxer together. Started testing, and then what, kind of like you said, we're just fighting with the idea of the purse, and then just the amount of time and money you're going to spend to get it ready.
Yeah, it really wasn't that. I really had to go back to work. I just really didn't have any time for the bike. It sat in the shop, for months at a time, and it just, I just really didn't have any time for it. So I actually ended up selling the bike. I took another 2 or 3 years off, and then that's when I came back and started racing super stock with you guys.
Yeah. So
that's the type of motorcycle that you can just race. You have to work on it. You just race it. That's the cool part.
Garage. I show up, I can come stay with Ben. I can, I just put
a clutch in it. That's your job. Yeah. That's it.
Yeah. Exactly. So that bike is super easy to maintain. And when you're building a business and, working full time, that's, you got to have something that's easy,
Yeah, for sure. And that's one of those things too that, look, dude, I don't think you could have chose a harder class to race. I mean, no doubt. Super stock is the rider's class.
This guy for sure. And then I picked the hardest combination to try and race. I mean, cable clutch, dry clutch, it might as well be in the valve cover.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And then, and then it's all, fly by wire.
Yep.
Yeah, so it's like you pin the throttle, but that doesn't necessarily mean that you're pinned.
It's like, hold up, give me a minute, now I can go.
Exactly. So, luckily, Woolwich, however you say it, Woolwich, makes software now where we can manipulate that.
Yeah.
But that's definitely been the hard part with that 1000 is power management.
Yeah, but it also goes to show just, I've told you plenty of times, and Dustin knows this. Like Dustin, by the way, for those that just think, Dustin's old biscuit and gravy, this mofo can ride. I'm just telling y'all, he can ride his ass off. Dustin can, as a big man. I can't ride. I would say I'm an average rider. I'll tell everybody that I'm average rider, good racer. Now I'm a good racer, right? But that's racing, and that's different from riding. There's very few that are both, but man, that just goes to show not only what you're interested in accepting a challenge. Like we know you like challenges, building, a turbo Gixxer real street bike and then just jumping back into super stock. Like you like a challenge. So that's, you got the rider part down.
Ronnie Reese just pretty much nailed it. He said he walked up to give props to the rider on the GSXR and super stock. And then he realized it was Sean. And he took it back and said, "Now I know why."
Appreciate that, Ronnie. Yeah, for sure. Real quick, some more comments. We got Dustin's favorite person, Mr. Jeremy England. He said, "What up, Ben? Red racing, baby." Y'all crack me up. Y'all crack me up. Dustin, I appreciate you letting me out of the doghouse or never put me in there, man. That was it takes a good man like you. So we appreciate your continued support. And then P. Coop said super stock, simple and easy. Can you see the comment, Sean?
No.
Oh, can you, Dustin?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Click over there
on the right side. If you click comments where it says private chat, you can click comments. And
yeah.
Click that and then you'll be able to see it. Okay. Then P. Coop said, Sean, correct, dry clutch on Dixon 1000, hard to ride. That's right. Then Dre, I don't even know who's Dre is talking about. He can't ride it.
So I'll state on that real quick. Ben said that I could ride or whatever. See, I'm lazy. I don't get up and change the channel on my TV without a remote control. If I ain't got to get up and I ain't got to do it, I'll be sliding with my Gen 2s, going rounds, not working on stuff and having a good time. But the old hand's there if I need it. Ben's seen it.
Yep, that's right. We might have some plan for some hand clutch racing this coming year too. Me and my big guy. Y'all
Dad's coming back, boys. Coming back.
Look out.
ET action.
Oh man, our boys might be. Yeah, we might have to jump in on it. We might have to.
Old Trunchbull is going to be out there under my control a little bit.
Yeah, for sure.
It's going to be a good time.
Yeah, we're gonna play. We coming to play this year. My goal is playing. We're gonna have some fun because I might miss a couple
for sure
races.
Bring my Gen 2 in a box because that's a good backup bracket bike and some other stuff if I need.
Oh yeah.
But my plan is at STBA. I'm not planning on running the street, so I'm just gonna toss a stock clutch in it. And when I go to STBA, I'll run it in 6.0 with a stock clutch, and then when I go to XDA, I'll run the street. It should be fun.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Dre, Dustin identified that real quick. He said he knew you was messing with him. Shout out real quick. We got Mike Mullaney. What's happening, brother? We love you too, man. Hey, give me all right, get up with you this week. Owe you a call. And then Mike said, are y'all using OBS Studio? No, because I don't even know what that is. We are right now we're using an application called StreamYard. It's actually
it works great. You just got to pay for it.
Yeah, we pay for it. It's a website that you basically log in and it kind of redirects and streams from there. So it seems so far it's worked pretty good. And then we got Stevie Best. What's up, man? Appreciate you tuning in. Yeah. All right, back to our interviewee. So you ran some super stock well, let's take a step back. Because I was privy to this. You tested your ass off all last winter. Like you were.
Yeah, and I missed the first race and I missed the last race.
Yeah.
So back to the simplicity of the bike. You could go beat on it. Weeks. Just keep.
Yeah. I missed the first race. I missed the last race. But in between.
You was at the racetrack.
I was at the racetrack.
You didn't have to drive a whole last day to go there. You just went to the racetrack. That was the difference. I mean, someone's got to remember, you're in Florida. You just can't go to XDA on a whim. Like that's a planned out week, to do.
Yeah, 100%. So
you put in the work. You did some off season mods and then put in the work. And I'm talking like February, because you came up to my place and picked the bike up. It had to have been like January, February last year, about a year ago.
Oh yeah, it was cold. So
yeah, yeah. And then you went straight to testing down there in beautiful Florida, and man, you were as prepared for this season as I feel like you could have been.
Yeah.
And although, like you said, you missed the first and last race, so you only made it to 3 races. Man,
I want to say
races,
it was low ET and high mile an hour, right? Like a lot, like often.
No, I mean,
high mile per hour, maybe.
I was high mile an hour at every event that
I thought so. That you were there. Yeah, I thought so.
That I was there.
Gixxer be flying, baby.
Oh yeah, I was qualified. Between I qualified first at one event, and I qualified I think third at a couple others.
In the mix.
Yeah, but I was in the top 5. Qualified in the top 5 every event. Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah, because you were putting in the work and had done all that testing. Man, we, I was confident you were going to win 1 or 2 or all the races you went to, and that's what. I
was hoping.
That's yeah, but that goes back to the class, man. You're literally in the hardest class. I mean,
it's so easy to make a mistake.
Right. Yeah. I mean, to speak on that, like y'all, like Dustin just said, I'll put it like that. Dustin just said, everybody, Dustin gets crap. Everybody gets crap for Gen 2s on. Well, hey, if the class allows it, man, like, hey, let's go with trying to win races and being consistent, right?
100%.
But all the consistency on what y'all are doing in Superstock, that's why I would never set foot on that or in that class it's all with you. Like, and that's a lot.
Yeah.
So speak to that with like the clutch release and just kind of for those that aren't as familiar.
Well, my bike is a different ball game altogether. Okay,
that is true because there's 1,000.
The way that the butterflies come in, right? I have the butterflies coming in as the RPMs rise with the motor, right? So when I leave, if I hang on to the clutch too much and the RPMs get up too high, my butterflies will go wild, right? So I have to really manage the RPMs, when I come out. Because on a normal bike, you can pull some timing out of first gear, go out there and hold it wide open. And if the RPMs run away, the RPMs run away. My bike, I can't do that. I'm having to do it with butterflies. So I have to like keep it within a certain RPM range when I leave. It can't go above 11,000 when I leave. So there's a lot of things that go into it. And then you're trying to cut a light, and you're in the 3rd round and shit's, you're sweating and the guy just went a 892 next to you, the pass before, it's going to be tight, and you're trying to cut a light and then you leave and the bike goes to 11,200 RPM. And now the butterflies are going away on you and the bike's wheeling, so it's
insane.
There's a lot that goes into, riding these low 1000s, and then you're on a cable clutch, which is a little harder. But it's I enjoy it because, a lot of people have ran from it already. They've, a lot of guys in the class have sold their 1000s and bought ZX14s, or, gone different directions. I'm going to stay true to it. If I do end up going back to Superstock next year, and
blues you though. Like you look at that bike, that's Sean. Like you,
I love it.
That thing, that's like PB and J. Like you got to stay on. If you're going to stay in Superstock, you got to stay on that bike because
I
damn near mastered that thing.
Yeah, I won't back out. If I have another season, I know I can snag me.
Oh yeah, we need to get that dub for sure. I would like to be there and see that. That'd be awesome.
But the problem is I've gone and kind of chopped it up a little bit.
Yeah, recently, yeah.
It doesn't look like that no more.
Man,
I didn't want it to sit in the garage all winter long and collect dust. You don't have anything.
Florida man's got to do Florida things.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Florida started calling my name, and when you come to Florida, roll racing is the name of the game.
So tell everybody what you got going on as of like the last couple weeks, and what your current rendition of your Gixxer is, because you've had a couple and all, but tell them what you got going on there.
Yeah. So I called my boy Ben up and I said, hey man, I need a slick deal on a Montgomery Motorsports carbon fiber tank.
Right? And I was like, that's not super stockish, but go for it, bro.
Yeah, right. So I've been following this event, through, obviously Chris Moore goes to it every year. I've been following it through YouTube, TRC, obviously, who doesn't know TRC? Racing channel.
It's a big deal. That event.
Yeah, it's a big deal. It's a big event. They do it once a year. It's an annual thing. They're trying to build it up and make it like 2K.
Or like the World Cup. It's like
exactly. It's
Florida and roll race
that level yet, but that's what they're aspiring for it to be.
Yeah.
And so I've been following it for a couple of years, and I actually went to it last year. I didn't compete, but I just went and showed up and watched, and because I didn't really have anything at that time, I just had my little Superstop bike. So, I have a roll race bike that I'm currently building that I'm in the middle of wiring. It's a turbo bike. It's, purpose built for roll racing, 360 pounds, 400 horsepower. Going to be a bad boy roll race bike. So
no kidding.
It's just not ready yet. So I wanted to make this event this year. Okay. And I just didn't, I knew I had a shot at it. And I never would have expected to win the event. But,
Spoiler alert.
I never would have expected to win the event, but we were going to throw something together, what I thought was going to be a good outfit for what I had. So I ordered some parts, got a carbon tank, got some other carbon goodies, from Montgomery. And basically took all of my old nitro stuff that I had from my old Real Street bike and laid it on there. And, I've, on my 17 1000, I mean, it lived for a good while on 100 shot, and this is, news to anybody who's thinking about spraying their 17 and up 1000. If you're doing 8th mile, light quarter mile stuff, they live on 100 shot for a good little bit.
So for 1000, those things are the most like a Busa.
They're stout.
1000. They're tough, man. They're tough.
You do an 80 shot, you can spray an 80 shot to it, no problem. I mean, they love it. So
they'd love it.
Well, excuse my ignorance. I really thought you went out there with a lightened up super stock bike and was just trashing people. I did not know it had nitrous.
Oh, I got a little giggle juice, man. Come on.
I know it. That makes a lot more sense to me.
Yeah. So I ran me a little jet in there. So I ran a single 38 jet into the airbox, and that bad boy made 230.
Good thing you didn't call Spencer on the jet size. There wouldn't have been one.
So we tuned it. I did all the proper electronics. And yeah.
But
so go ahead.
Well, I was just gonna say, I mean, 230 is good, but it's also not like out of this world. Yeah, that's not like unheard of.
Those things make what, like one
with a dry shot. I mean, that's all it is.
It's a 50 shot probably.
Yeah, that's it. So it's a mix. I didn't want to change the fuel map too much. So all I did was I split the MR12 with a little bit of C25. I split it 50-50 with C25. And so it makes 230 on the button. And I'm still foot shifting it because it's got the quick shifter. Yeah. And
ain't no big deal.
I measured the wheelbase because I wanted to tell you guys what it was. I measured it in the garage about 2 hours ago. It's 59 3/4 inch wheelbase. Okay.
Pop a second, grab the button. Hold on.
Grab second, grab the button.
Yeah, baby. Let it go.
And she's a little hot rod, So
I'm actually surprised your fuel choice. I would have thought you would have just dumped like MRX02 in it or something.
Yeah, I'll just be honest with you. I had a thing of C25.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, let's just make a spicy little mix. And
that was the most Wes Brown thing I ever heard in my life. Right there.
well, it was Johnny Turbo approved. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Johnny approved.
Johnny Turbo, obviously, he's the mastermind behind the motorcycle.
Right.
He is what makes the bike.
Well, he knows what's up.
Oh yeah, he's what makes the bike go. The bike is so simple. It's and we knocked a lot of weight off of it. We took we took the brakes off of it. We pretty much took everything off the bike that didn't need to be there. And the bike performed really well. So
I mean, I seen it beat an H2, so.
Yeah, I was gonna say. So take a step back for a second. So you went to the racing channel TRC. What's it called? Street Kings or something?
Yeah. Well, so the first event that we went to was called Street Heat, and that was about a month ago.
Okay.
And so that was when I knew that TRC was coming up, right? So I said, I just want to go get something going. I just wanted to kind of get a little time under my belt. So we showed up to Street Heat about a month ago in Bradenton. And they're a split deal. So you show up in the morning, you roll race in the morning till 2-3 o'clock in the afternoon, and then they switch to drag racing. So, and they have a bike class that does in both. So ideally what I like to do is take my bike there, roll race it, and then change the gearing and then start drag racing.
Yeah.
So I didn't have all the gearing with me. I didn't have the right stuff to do that. I did when I went to TRC, but I didn't have it at that first event. But we still won the roll racing of the street heat, and then we went switched to drag racing, and we beat everybody in drag racing too. So we won. Yeah, there wasn't really anything super fast there. There was a head and cam Busa, there was a couple things, but nothing like that. So, but I kind of got the bike, figured out, got the suspension figured out, and was figuring out where my TPS needed to be, and
like a test and tune.
Yeah, just a test and tune, and it went really well. So the bike went 174 mile an hour.
Oh, that's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah. So the bike's fast, man.
Yeah.
The bike's moving. So fast forward, we show up at TRC, and we show up there. I think there's 28 bikes, right? And when we get there, they decide that they're going to split the class up to power adder and non-power adder, right? And then at the end, I don't know why they did this. I pretty much, just said, hey, you guys make the rules. I'm just going to win till they hand me a check. And that's it. I'm not going to, I just want to get in and get out. So you tell, I said, it doesn't matter if there's 28 bikes or if we split them up, you're going to have to race a turbo Busa. It doesn't matter. You're going to have to race them now, or you have to race them in the third round. It's going to happen. Right. So let's get it out of the way. So they ended up splitting up the class, and I think there ended up being 11 power adder bikes, and then there ended up being like 17, NA bikes, right? And for some reason at the end, they wanted the NA bike, the winner of the NA class, to run the winner of the power adder class.
Which makes no sense.
It'll be a gap ties.
Yeah, but that's what they wanted to do, and I'm like, hey, that's fine. I'm good with it. Yeah. So we go up, and first round, everybody's drawing chips and, and all that stuff. And then this is when, the drama happened with Chris Moore and George Cross. That was at that time. So they drew chips, and, that drama happened or whatever. And then they went out and did all that.
Which is funny. Side note real quick. Like, I knew you were down there racing that weekend, right? Because you text me, we were talking the week before, and then me and Dustin are at PRI, right? And then I'd also seen where, like, I didn't really put two and two together, right? Like, Chris was going down, doing some roll racing stuff down in Florida. I'd even seen like some stuff from George, like seeing all the stuff. And I don't know. I guess it's just because I had so much shit going on, trying to get ready for a PRI show. I just didn't really put two and two together. Like, hey, you're going to the same event with all them guys. I was like, and then like just getting the recap from you afterwards, I was cracking up. It was hilarious.
It was a good time, man. There was, and I'll be honest with you, I didn't know anybody. Like when we pulled up in the staging lanes, like me and Chris were sitting next to each other, talking to each other, because that's really the only person that I knew. I mean, obviously I like Chris and I'm, cordial with Chris.
Yeah, he's been on here.
No, he's a great guy, but so he's literally the only person that I knew in those staging lanes was Chris. That's it. Everybody else was a new face to me. I didn't know.
So how did the rest of the race go? Any close rounds? How many rounds did you end up having to run?
So I raced two H2s back to back somehow. I got lucky. When I was in the staging lanes, I remember I was standing with Johnny Turbo, and I said, man, I want to draw some of these H2s. I want to see how fast they are. I'm genuinely interested.
They're fast bikes for sure.
Yeah, there's no doubt. I said, look, I know I'm going to struggle with a turbo boost. I said, let me get on some of these H2s.
Let me try one of these little Kawasaki snacks.
Yeah, no doubt. So I drew one. The first round, the guy just really, I think it was his first time roll racing, and he just really didn't understand, how to keep up with pace and that sort of stuff. So it was a pretty easy round, honestly. That one went by pretty easy. Now, the second round, I drew a pretty fast bike. So there's a guy down here, I think his name is Eric, and he owns a shop called Proven Power down here in the Tampa area. And that's what they do is they build H2s.
Oh, okay.
And he's got a bad boy H2, and it's fast. And he was trying to catch me. He wanted to. That thing was moving down track. But,
yeah, it looked like he was catching you, but he ran out of real estate.
Yeah, he did. He ran out of real estate. But at the 8th, I had about 5 bikes on it.
Oh yeah, you were out. You had the reaction time of the whatever you set the pace deal and take off. You was like, got to go. See.
Yeah. Well, a lot of people are looking at the other person. You know, you got to understand what roll racing is. The left lane sets the pace, right? But when you get to the Christmas tree, you go. It doesn't matter if the guy in the left lane goes. It doesn't matter if the guy in the right lane goes. You go when you get to the tree. And then the other thing is, if you don't like the start, you don't go.
Yeah.
That's the other thing. If
you chase, it's a race, kind of.
You chase down to there. You liked it. You liked it enough to go. So that's kind of where the gray area is there.
Oh, yeah. That's what keeps it fun, though, right?
Well, there's no doubt. And my whole thing is I'm not going to let somebody get me.
Oh, no.
You're not going to jump out on me.
They're going to be chasing. Right, exactly.
You're going to chase me. I mean,
yeah. Let me get on this button right here. When I hit second, I got to go. See?
Yeah, I got to go. So yeah, a lot of it was that. And, now the third round, so I beat that guy from Proven Power, and he had a really fast bike. So props to him. That thing was fast. And then the third round, I drew Boosted Catfish on Instagram. He's got a bad boy Turbo Busa roll race bike.
Okay, I think I've heard that name or seen it on there.
A real street bike, that's been set up for roll racing. So, and it rolls up on rolling 2-step and anti-lag and pops and bangs.
No shit.
That's a big thing in that. Like, if you're going to do roll racing, you better have some anti-lag if you got any kind of boost.
Oh no, and I so I was lucky in my shakedown, I was able to run against George Cross, and so I was able to experience hearing that. Right, because you don't really understand that, and my bike's really simple to ride in the fact of I just got to goose it, hit second, and then grab a hold of the nitrous. That's really all I got to do.
Nitrous, the simplicity of nitrous.
Yeah, it's so simple. So they're having to roll up on the brake, and they're having to get up 2-step and build boost, and there's a whole lot going on over there.
Yeah, that sounds like a.
And you just spin it.
It was nice to hear it once because I hadn't heard that yet, right? So I got to hear that with George. So I told myself, I said, I matched his pace. And I said, well, I hear 2 pops on that 2-step. I'm going. Right. That's what I said. I said, when I hear 2 pops, that's bang, bang. I'm going. We're taking off. He's building boost. Let's go. And I went back and watched the footage, and we left at exactly the same time. My bike just carries the tire about like that, through first gear, and it is just gone. You just can't catch it. I mean,
you got that. That's the advantage of no weight, right?
Third gear by the time they start doing anything.
No weight, and then the instant power of nitrous on a button really put the gap on them on the front half of the racetrack.
Yeah.
Like every video that I seen was like, "Oh, Sean's out." You can see them running you down, but they wasn't going to catch you.
Where did you see these videos at? Did they replay it?
Sean shared a bunch of them, and then I watched them on YouTube. Come on, man!
Shit, I missed all. I had to go back. My bad.
And I think the way trends are, but I'd say at TRC next year you're going to see a whole lot more nitrous bikes, right? And I'm going to tell you why. Everything that I saw at this event, right, was either boosted, right, either supercharged or turbo, or it was all motor, right? A lot of these roll race guys, man, they roll race half mile, 9/10 of a mile, right? You're not spraying your bike for 9/10 of a mile.
Yeah.
It's not happening. So nitrous is not really something that roll racers real roll racers that do it a lot.
Yeah, for long distance, it's not the way to go.
Nitrous. It's not something that they use. So, but that's not what we're doing here.
And you guys are racing actually less than a quarter mile. You're starting about 60 foot out. So you ain't got to hose it forever.
That's not a big deal. We're racing a quarter mile, right, on a track, and it's who gets there first.
I like it.
So I thought nitrous was perfect.
Oh yeah, for sure. Especially in your situation, you didn't have to put a big old gangster, Spencer no solenoid deal. It was a rational amount of nitrous to make it happen.
Yeah, I didn't change nothing. I put a damn rapid bike on it with a map switch.
Well, I mean, it's easy to do when it's all in when you push it. You know what I mean? Just let's go.
That's it.
Yeah, that's awesome, man. Real quick, let's catch up on some comments. Ronnie said, what did you say? You got Mr. Murphy and Super Stock. Oh, who you talking about, Ronnie? Who's Sean got to worry about next year? And then P. Coop said Henson's mile per hour average 160, 163 rolling. It's not easy to do. No, you're right, Coop. That's is tough. Then we got Brian checking in. What's up, Montrell? How you doing? Big Curry. What's up, brother? And then Coop said, congratulations on winning TRC. Brian said, then he went home and played Fortnite. Who? Sean?
So I played with Brian Dale on Fortnite that night.
I've never played Fortnite. I have no idea nothing about it.
But it was an early night, man. We were done by we took off and went to Skyline Chili and got all loaded up and then came home.
I love me some Skyline.
Ronnie said it was Ed Murphy.
Oh, Ed Murphy.
Yeah.
Well, hey, we be up for the challenge. We think we'll try it. You know, we love racing, Ronnie.
I know Ed Murphy.
Yeah. Sean knows Ed. So Ed's coming to play in Super Stock with you, riding one of your bikes, Ronnie. That'll be cool.
Yeah,
be good to have Ed back out. Man, hey, that sounds like we're gonna have some battles going on there. So yeah, Sean, so are you gonna run Super Stock next year? Hold on. Let's finish up so you ran Boosted Catfish. Okay, let's finish this up. And then what was the finals? Was that the finals?
Yeah, Boosted Catfish was the finals.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, and he, man, he did good, man. I'm gonna tell you, he raced Johnny Turbo in the first round, and he had a killer bike all day. He really did. That the bike was fast. He's got a killer setup. So he was trying.
I feel like that H2 would be. I feel like an H2 would be a better application for that kind of racing over a turbo bike because they are instant power. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think they're heavy.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, they're not light. No, it'd be hard to get. That's where you come out on them because you had a super lightweight, carbon to everything.
My bike weighs like 380 pounds right now.
And there's only so much you can do with the H2. They got a steel frame. I think they're steel. Right. Yeah, I'm pretty sure the frames are steel. It looked like it, but either way, they look like tanks. So it made sense.
Sounds like somebody needs to bring a Pro Charged bike out there and race.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. Like your Busa would be like that combo would be gnarly because you got the power down low and then you got the power up top as well in that situation.
That bad boy makes some power nowadays.
No, might be on to something.
So what was the only rules then, Sean? You told me, what was it, just a wheelbase rule and that was literally it?
Correct. Yeah, it was just street tire and a 64-inch maximum wheelbase.
Which is wild because tell them again, you're racing a tad under 60, 59 3/4.
Yeah. So my bike was 59 3/4. So
can you have two power riders?
Yeah.
Oh shit! Well, that brings the turbo back in the game. I mean, just spray it.
Luckily, we probably don't have too many roll racers watching Red Hill Racing podcast.
I mean, the little wheels are turning over here. Like, how can you make it faster?
No, this has me excited. Like, if nothing else,
I would like to go.
Yeah,
to watch.
It's probably going to be on PRI weekend, is what it sounds like.
So there was a bunch of fans.
A lot of people probably was like me when I seen that Chris was down there testing and stuff. I initially thought that he was going to do the roll race deal and then shoot over toward the Kings of Grudge. But he didn't. He just done the roll race stuff and then went left. That was it. So I was like, oh, okay. I mean, he had a Melania. They were testing it. I just assumed I was wrong.
We have to get Chris back on here and see what the hell's going on. He's got so much stuff going on. It's hard.
I reckon he's coming back racing this year. We'll see.
Yeah, I had actually, we were messaging back and forth after the race, and I had sent him a message and said, are you guys staying until KOG? And he never responded. So I guess, I didn't know if they just didn't know or what.
Well, I think that little KOG drama a few years back at that same race where they booted him out of the class or whatever is probably still a little bit of a lingering.
Oh, man, I forgot about that. Yeah,
I mean, I get it. You travel a long way to race and you go around and you win.
Yeah, you're probably right about that. Travis, what's up, my brother? How are you? And I know Travis loves some Skyline. I took him there one time when we was racing side by sides, and he about threw up. Man, it's an acquired taste. Hey, everybody will tell you either love Skyline or you hate it.
Do they have hot dogs with chili?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
You can't go wrong with cheese.
That. Oh, yeah.
You can't go wrong with that.
Dude, I didn't even eat the spaghetti. Well, they call it chili, but I call it spaghetti for like 5 years when I lived in Ohio. But yeah, you either
That's
love
an
it or hate
Ohio
it.
thing.
My boy Alex Collins is on here giving us some. Alex, Sean knows Alex. He gave us a Christmas tree emoji.
I think he's from Walt's World.
Yeah, exactly. And a peace sign. Yeah, Coop, you're right. Super stock, it's never easy. It's gonna be tough. It's going to be really easy, Mr. Cooper. Ronnie, y'all talking some shit. Let's see what he was. Yeah, Dustin said, yep, he wasn't there. Don, what's up, Don? And then we
That's
even
my
got
Uncle Don.
Yeah, Uncle Don. Then we got Dustin's brother Corey. What's up, everybody? Thank y'all for joining us impromptu live. So Sean, Coop asked. So now that you kind of have a hybrid bike, what's your plans? Are you going to run super stock next year?
Well, I got to kind of figure out what direction we're going with it. So we have a couple of other options, as far as a real street bike for next year.
Yeah.
So if all of that kind of comes to, actually happens, then yes, that bike will be turned back into a super stock bike. And I should know by the end of the week, honestly. So by the end of the week,
you got 3 months. You got time.
Right. But my heart wants to turn the bike into a motorbike, So I want to mix a little nitro and make some steam.
Man, I mean, those things are nasty. Like I've got people with stock motors with nitro and auto trans that is like 770s. Like no stock motor. Now I'm very thankful that I got the ability to tune their clutch, and they do have really gnarly 60 foots. But those combos just like they work well. Like if they're almost like a boost on the clutch side. Like it's a lot easier than like a ZX14 or something, or the older Gixxers that don't make no power. Those GSXRs are probably my favorite of all GSXRs for sure.
Yeah. Oh, there's without a doubt.
They're just tough, which is uncommon for a GSXR. Right. They don't blow up all the time, and they make great power, and they're light. It's a hell of a deal.
So you're saying we need to get Wes a new Gixxer?
Man, I mean, yeah. I mean, well, no, Wes could blow anything up. So I don't really know if that would fix his problems. Wes has been doing good, man. When I put that Max on his bike, it really did fix a lot of his failures. And, the old ECU editor deal, I think sometimes it just didn't pull timing and things wasn't the way it was supposed to be, and it would nuke it.
Move your mic a hair up. You're like
mine?
You're like a little in and out.
On record, officially, I really want to turn it into an all-motor real street bike. Yeah, so I think that's more than likely what you're going to see me on next year. Will be
that Gen 2, baby. Be throwing it away.
Little blue all-motor Gen 2.
Yeah, I like it
with a gangster Johnny Turbo thugged out motor in it.
I like it. That would be awesome, man. I had so much fun riding Ralphie's all-motor bike that Shane Stubbs and Michael Goney kind of collaborate on. That thing, whew, man, I could have bracket raced that bad boy. That thing was consistent. It was right up my alley. Just throw and go. Man, that thing was smooth. I had so much. It didn't even seem fair. I'll tell anybody that. It did not seem fair, especially coming from,
for someone that done 3 combos in the class, nitrous, Pro Charger, and then all motor. So you've been at the tough part of it where you got to really ride the motorcycle versus just, let me pull some timing out and that wheel will go away.
I will. You talking about, but you just said the 3 combos. Well, the 1 combo was back in the ancient days.
It was so underpowered too.
It wasn't
ECU
even that.
Editor.
Yeah, it was the fact that everybody was still running piggybacks. The only person at the time that had a standalone was our buddy Puff. Old Jason Heron had the original Holly on his nitrous Busa, but nobody had them.
You had a wet kit of nitrous that leaked fuel in your airbox rigged up. And I even think there might have been JB Weld in there.
Yeah. Man, look, I feel so bad because I put that thing together on and I'm talking shoestring budget, real bad. And I was trying to bait
foot pegs.
Yeah, dude, it was haggard, right? But I was trying my best and I wanted to do it. And then I put Darren on it for like the first event, and I did not have the bugs worked out. And like, I felt like a complete jackass because not only was it like, I just made Darren look bad, and it forever haunted me because, you know, and Darren's always got the cleanest and nicest stuff. And I literally put him on a ragged out piece of shit with like 2 giant random nitrous kits. He had to hit 17 different buttons, bro. I'm telling you, that thing, that's what was crazy too, is when I did ride it. Now I am proud of this. I am proud. I got it running. I think I went 8. I know I went 820s, maybe 18s. I can't remember. 20s for sure. And I didn't have any spare motors or nothing. I could not blow that thing up. But at the very last race of the year, it was Man Cup at South Georgia. I think that's finally when I just started laying into that wet kit, because that was my second kit. And I'm telling you what, it was like trying to control that thing. I think I was only 64 inches, had like the dry shot coming on the progression, still shifting it. Still with a button out of the clutch. And then it was like grabbing an override for the wet kit. It was like doing 18 different things. And I'm telling y'all what, that was back when Roger, Starrett, and JT were they're really top of the class. And they were running 770s. I think the record was 770 something. I raced Roger in a time run or a qualifier, and I'm telling y'all, I was with him to the 8th. I'm saying, like, if he went 150 to the 8th, I went 147 or 148, and then that piece of shit did not shift. I did not have enough kill time. I later found out, probably messed something up, but that was like the highlight of that combination error, is that I was running with the top dogs to the 8th.
You realized that you could do it. You know, because you done went through the hardest part of the run was the front half, right?
Oh, yeah. But to go 100 and I don't remember exactly. It was between 146 and 148, and Roger and JT were running like anywhere from 148 to 152. And I remember, because Roger was cool, man. He was helping me out too, because he's like, man, this guy doesn't know what the hell he's doing. And he's not a threat to me, but he was always super helpful. And like, I remember after that going up and talk to him, and we were talking about kill time. He's like, no, man, he was laughing at me. He's like, no, you don't have enough. And like I said, that was back when.
Yeah, you're driving to the clutch probably some with all that power. And then also it's that much power is pulling so hard, you got to unload it longer to get it.
Yeah, and going through piggybacks and all that shit. And I can't even remember if you could kill ignition. It was just a lot. But anyways, we got
lucky you never blew up. Really?
Well, I don't think I really used the second kit until like the last race, maybe the last two races for sure. But yeah, let's see here. Brian's saying he's regretting life decisions. Coop says, come back to Superstock, Brian. Yeah, Brian. Yeah, bring it on. That's easy. You don't have to do a whole lot to the bike. Ronnie said, love it, Sean. Yeah. Well, so hopefully we see Sean some more in Superstock this year.
Brian's smart. He'd go back to Superstock instead of playing in Top Gas with me.
Oh, there we go. A little shit talk. Man, that's awesome. So you fresh off the TRC win, went down, you showed up and let everybody know that you was going to be top dog.
He called a shot. Yeah.
I mean, I literally bought all of those parts for the bike just for that one race.
Oh, I know. You're like, is my stuff going to get here in time?
Yeah. Now the stock tank's got to go back on it. It's got to go out to 74 inches long. I got to pull the motor. I got all kinds of stuff to do now.
Sound like a big billet crank involved in that deal. Sound like a good time to me.
No doubt.
Yeah.
I
Lots
like
of stuff going on.
Yeah, I need to figure that out, actually. Me and Johnny are on the hunt for a crank. So we need to figure out what the bad boy crank is.
Sounds like you need to get
remind me after this. Send me a message. I know people. We got this.
I figured one of you guys.
Also, when it gets time to go to the Gen 2 deal, a guy can help you.
100%.
Yeah. I know some real street bikes out there, all motor jigsaws in the class. I'm like, man, I need to get a hold of their clutch. Like, I can hear it. I'm like, oh, they need some help. But
no,
my boys are in there. I can't just go give free help. So,
absolutely.
But you get it. You get that. So
I'm buying it from you, and then I'm definitely going to have you help me set it up.
Oh yeah, that sounds like a party to me. That's right down my alley. I love that.
So,
man,
what fuel do they let the motor guys run in Real Street?
Nah, you can run.
Can they run alcohol?
Yeah, you can run meth.
Yeah.
All motor.
Can they run M5 or is it just M1?
There's specific gravity.
The M5 likes to party, you know.
I'm pretty sure it's specific gravity. So I mean, you know, that's with whatever you can.
The rule book guy that knows all the gray areas is Spencer. Just hit him up.
Yeah. Hey, you know what?
He can say, "Well, don't say this, so you can do it." You know,
he tries. That's how you know he's freaking trying, man.
Yeah, that's right, baby.
He is on.
Look, hey,
word.
If you're not reading
Big
the rule book,
said M5, you can run M5. There you go. See there?
Well,
where's this at?
If you're not reading the rule book,
in our comments, it's a YouTube comment actually.
Yeah, if you're not really reading the rule book, then you know.
Yeah, you guys don't read the rule book. You read the rule book.
You glance at it.
Yeah,
well,
so
you read it, but you read really deep into the
I found it.
Questions.
Yeah, I was right. I still remember most of the stuff. It's specific gravity. You can't go over 0.810. So, you know, hey, get your glasses and goggles on and your fuel beaker and
science.
Get
your white coats out, baby.
You may have to put walls.
How much can you put in there to make it just barely legal? You know.
Yeah, right.
You had to get what, Sean?
We're gonna have to get Walt for the mixture.
That'll never pass.
Damn it, Walt!
Walt
never pass.
Nitro.
Yeah. That's he'll be blown up in the pits, is what he would be. That's
100%.
Yeah. That's a funny story about. So
Walt will put nitro in his go kart if you let him. You have to watch that.
Oh,
dude, he's run all kinds of stuff. Spencer had him switching over to M5.
Oh yeah.
So funny story talking about that. Back in the day when my other uncle was running dirt track cars and my grandpa was still with us, he would always go every time we was racing, whether it was drag racing with dad or with my uncle dirt track racing, and he smoked cigarettes. And they said he was in the back of the truck one evening mixing what did they call it, like propylene or something? I guess it was something kind of like an additive, a nitro or something back in the day. But he's in the back seat of the truck trying to mix this additive into the fuel as he's smoking a cigarette with like big old ash coming off. And they were like, "You're getting ready to blow us all up," like just not even caring or thinking. Yeah. It was good times.
They don't make them like that anymore.
No, for sure. So what else you got going on, Sean? Anything else you want to tell us about? What's some of the, can you pinpoint, since you've been doing this for a long time and a lot of people don't realize that, can you pinpoint one or two like moments so far in your racing career? Because obviously we still got plenty of time, but that you just like really think back and was like, that was cool. Yeah, whether it was back in the day in Pro Street or Super Street or whatever. Anything stands out?
So that JJ, the boss, arm.
That was a good time, wasn't it, man?
That was a cool race, and I'm going to tell you, that was one of my points I was going to bring up is we need to make sure that this year we all make that race.
Yeah, see, you know what really sucked is a friend of mine had a wedding, and I was entered in that fucking race.
There's no doubt. And
I would have went there, and then Wes crashed, and it was just a mess.
Yeah, I had a baby that same time.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Sean was coming up, too.
Them boys, look, I'll tell you right now, if they come back next year, I'll be there. I feel like that race, I could have won that race. Because I know who was there. I know who won. I feel like, truly, that I've been down that racetrack more than any other than Wes, probably the same. I would have got down that track fast. Only problem with me there is stopping. Like it's hard to stop my big self.
See, you get me all scared already if there's trouble stopping somewhere. So what? You went to one of the arm drops and had a lot of fun?
Oh yeah, we was at Crossville. That was the weekend Spencer crashed at Manco.
Oh Lord.
Yeah.
Me, Sean, Wes, man, there was Mike Studebaker, the Landers from Texas.
Man. I've lost
Nathan
some money.
Hollingsworth.
Yes, we are. So funny story, not funny. Not funny. But, so we're in the pits. We're all shooting shit in the pits.
AJ crashed.
Yeah, man. We're hanging out, shooting shit. And we are kind of like, our shoulders are kind of like parallel with the lights, right? And we hear somebody just go by the lights and just never let
plug another gear. And Crossville short too, by the way.
Oh,
and the scoreboards
off the end of Crossville,
and the scoreboards are at least 60 foot past the finish line. And AJ passed the scoreboards and plugged another gear. I had tools in my hand changing a nitrous bottle. I said, he's crashing. I dropped the tools and jumped on my scooter. I was the first person.
100%. We knew it before he came off the
Oh, my Lord. There was no way he was stopping. I'm like, there's no way.
I kind of remember hearing that. What happened?
When I got down there, he grabbed brakes and low-sided, and it kind of like the gravel pit was like a hump, and it compressed itself, and he hit that. He was all wadded up, grunting. When I got down there, the bike was still running on its side. We turned all of that stuff off. He didn't want to go to the hospital. I made Andrew Ritchie take him to the hospital with my truck. I said, take him to the ER. He had a tore aorta. Like, he was going to die. Like,
yeah, it was.
Like, I woke up the next morning and my truck was sitting out there, and Richie come out. I'm like, what's up? And he told me, I'm like, bro, like, I've never saved nobody's life before, but I feel like I saved his life. Like, I was like, he didn't want to go. He's like, I ain't going. I said, you're going. Like, get in my truck. Take my truck and go.
And what sucks, dude, is, man, they showed up with like 2 beautiful, like new built, like car.
Oh yeah, AJ just built them. Like, they were like, one of them, the bike that he crashed had like less than 100 miles on it. It was brand new.
Yeah. Oh, they were beautiful.
They ended up camping out at UT Hospital in the parking lot, frying buggers, and got in trouble. You know how us racers are. But
really?
Yeah, he ended up being all right, and he pulled through it. You know AJ now, AJ Hunter. He's fine, but it was scary at the moment. And then the next day, Spencer crashed. I'm like, Jesus, this is a bad weekend.
It was rough.
Yeah, but that was an awesome event. Like, we had a great time. Like, it was fun.
Yeah. Yeah, so I got to witness the twin turbo GSXR 1000 in person.
Oh yeah, how was that?
Man, that thing is cool, man. It's cool, and
it's nasty. I'm very impressed. I didn't think it was going to be as fast as it is.
Man, I watched it with my own eyes go 655 at like 217.
That's ridiculous.
That's fast. I mean, that's faster than a lot of pro street bikes.
Oh yeah, it can compete in the A-class pro street, and it's a stock rail. Like, it has a stock gas tank.
He's sitting on a seat.
Yeah,
like,
I know.
He's on a seat.
I mean, I don't even know. I don't think there's probably not even rules being broken for pro street with that. Maybe wheelbase, because it ain't short.
It's got an extra turbo.
Can you not have two?
No,
I mean,
no, it's got. Okay. I mean, it's got a
rules.
The millimeter. But you could probably have 2 small ones, maybe. Yeah. I don't know. I don't.
Jason probably don't even want to have that brain hurt of trying to figure out that. I don't know. Yeah, it would have to be 2 tinies.
It's got great questions now. I mean, it works.
Well, like, I understand like the fact that 2 turbos make more power than 1, but I do also feel like that they could put a single turbo setup on that bike and not use all the power that it has early on in the run. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, that thing's impressive though, for sure.
It's outside my pay grade, y'all. I don't know.
Yeah, I'm not a turbo guy at all. I want to be.
I'm like y'all though. It's impressive. Hats off to HTP and Cecil and his whole crew, because not only does it obviously run, and I mean like quick, right? It's not like they got 100 laps on it. They pretty quickly got that thing way up to speed. But dude, it's clean. Like, they are pumping out some clean.
I'm a sucker for some blue, and that thing's right down my alley.
It is nice, and the fit and finish is unbelievable. There's no doubt about it. And I'm going to tell you, he rides the crap out of them things, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
a lot of varieties too.
Dude, that bike is wheeling through the 1,000 foot, and he's just hanging on to it. It's unbelievable. I mean,
to be honest,
he rides the shit out of it.
Is the 2 hyper boosters or whatever, those things are like out of control. Like, they're wheeling it at the finish line. His legs is flying. I'm like, oh Lord, like, this is going to be the bike to take Chris out. Like, it's out of control.
Oh yeah.
But I also remember Chris riding wheelies at 1,000 foot on a ZX14 in Real Street years
ago. That's exactly what I was going to say. I was exactly going to say, like, the wheelbase when Jeremy and Roger and that's what Chris was running. One of their bikes were running with them at the same time. Like, when JT effed up the rules so bad, because that's what happened. They kept shortening.
I mean, he was crossing the finish line on the back wheel.
Dude, 62 inches running like, that's when the 200 mile per hour run happened. Is like,
because
JT
it
went
wheelied
like
across the beam and then set the tire down. Yeah.
100%. But hey, like 62 inches. Like I was riding at 64 back in the day. Hell, I'd love to ride one now. Spencer won't let me ride his. He said I can't handle the power.
I gotta say this. So I'll never forget when I heard what Crow said after Jeremy set the record again at the short wheelbase. He said, "Take another inch, bitch." That's what he said. That is the most gangster thing ever, to look at the person that writes the rules and tell them that. Like, I'm like, oof. Yeah, he's gonna.
Yeah, he probably did.
Yeah, he did.
He probably did.
That was cool. That's really, I feel like there was. Let me just take a step back. I feel like when I first got into it, like I was telling y'all with Darren and going to those races, like that first race, I remember it was like Chip Ellis, JT, trying to think of some other names.
Joey was running it.
Joey. There was some names in Real Street, and I was like, and that's when my love for it happened. I was like, if I ever can, I want to run that class. It was
those bikes. The 14s got so short that the nitrous bottle was about into the tire.
Oh,
like there was no room for a bottle.
No, it was like it was bad, and like to me that was a height. And then I feel like 4 years ago now, 3 years ago, when it was like all the Teasleys, me, Spencer, all the like we had the girls, we had
Sweeney's,
when Devin was racing,
Devin, Lewis was just getting out. Like that was to me like another height.
And then like 80, like right at the very first of it, 80 was still racing.
Yeah. And like all that shit talking. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. Like I'm always happy to see the class be around because I never want it to go away. But
it was wild then, though.
Yeah. I feel like
those
a lot of shit. Yeah. For sure. Yeah, we did stir the pot quite a bit.
I was a complete pot stirrer. I wasn't even racing the class, but I sure did make it fun.
Yeah, that's the time that made me build my bike.
Yeah, I mean, dude, we were just every week.
This is fun.
I remember I had a tradition, like after the race, I would make a funny video, and it could be blasting Spencer, or it could be blasting somebody else, but I made a funny video after every race, and it was just like, it was awesome. Like, I think, was it Cameron that made that video when, what's his name was riding and the guy stuck the bike in gear and it stopped?
Yeah.
Oh, right.
Yeah, it was like, it was just hilarious.
Yeah, man. It was Lewis, right? It was Devin. It was Devin.
Devin Doe. Yeah, that's it.
Devin was riding it. Dude put it. Yeah, that shit was hilarious.
Yeah, the guy was kind of in the grudge world, so he was just used to sticking them in gear, and he went, it killed it. He looked over and he attached like a clip from Kevin Hart on there, and it was just, I can't say the word, but it was hilarious.
Oh man, good times. Yeah, I miss that. But hey, we as much as I hate losing the money I did at the last race, we did have some fun at that last one with Ricky and Spencer, trying to bring some excitement back. Look, Jason, you need to just put us on payroll. Look, we'll amp it up.
Oh, we can hype it. Yeah, I don't care if people get mad at me or not. We can roll.
Yeah, we can hype the class back up. Yeah, so for sure.
Well, I got to get my stuff together, and I got to get me a little motor thrown together fast. That's what I've got to do.
And it's got to be a fast motor.
Yeah, for sure.
Touché.
For sure. All right, y'all got anything else? Y'all want to wrap this up since we
want to go live? We went live. We made it happen, baby.
Our man said, "Let's go live to see what we got." Okay. No, real quick, we're gonna do a giveaway. That's right. We're gonna do a giveaway.
You can't screen share. Remember we tried.
That's right. We can't screen share. You know what? We're gonna do it different. We're gonna do it different tonight.
Let Sean pick a number.
Yes, you're gonna pick a number, and the number has to be between 3 and 92. Any number between 3 and 92. Go.
Say the dirty.
We need Jeopardy. We need like, what's this? Oh, we need a Jeopardy noise. The sound for the final Jeopardy. It's just for a gift certificate. One of our subscribers will win. It's not life or death.
Pick one, Sean.
Man, he's getting serious with it.
45.
45. How did I know he was going to pick that? Because that's his bike number.
Is it really?
Correct?
Yeah.
No, is it his bike number?
Yeah, it is. All right. That's our boy. That's our boy Chris Kirshner. He's a University of Wynn member. Congratulations, cool. Chris. You have won a gift certificate. We'll let you choose your choice between MTC MPS or Schnitz Racing.
Very
All right,
nice.
putting it in my spreadsheet. All right, thank you, Sean. I knew that's what was going to happen. I did not look at the name before,
Hey,
but
ain't Steven's bike number 45?
85.
Ah,
Yeah.
Okay.
But since Sean's bike sat in my garage for like a year, I know his number.
Yeah, you seen that.
Yeah, I've seen it every day for a year.
I would have picked 69. Come on. My brain said 69 as soon as you said it. I was like, what I
dirty
did.
little man. Dirty man. Congrats.
So what are your plans for next year, Ben? Give us a breakdown. What do you got going on with the bikes for next year?
You look at Dustin's face. He knows as much as I do. He's waiting for me to do something. Man, so I still got Old Faithful in a billion pieces. It's still going to be in a billion pieces. I need to get my old bike back together. I need to get my bracket bike back together.
I miss beating that thing.
Yeah, I know, right? I'm sure.
I'd rather race it than the damn Pro Charge bike.
Yeah, I was getting ready to say, like, as much as I won on that bike, yeah, you probably did have me numbered quite a bit on that. But that's okay.
No,
that's all right. So I don't know, man. I need to get that back together, but I know I won't. It's just I'll buy parts every month, you know. Like I already got a swing arm from Dustin. I have had my forks for a while. I've got little knickknacks. I got
patty wax. Give a dog a bone.
Yeah. When Schnitz got a big order of the Wasner blocks in a couple months ago, I got a block from Schnitz. So I'm gathering parts, but I think what I'm going to do is get the blower bike behind me just freshened up and ready to run some Top Sportsman. You know, I was talking with Dustin, I think we're going to turn it up some, you know, so just because
shake and bake, baby.
Yeah, I got a better handle on the tune-up, so maybe go a little faster in Top Sportsman, and then probably work on Steven's bike a little bit, get the nitrous working, do some upgrades to it, but it's kind of low-key. It sounds like, though, I need to find me a 460 ride for King of the Creek, though.
Sounds like you need to just have Tom Grooms, because he said he'll come up and put it together.
Pick that thing up, put it together for you.
Yeah.
Tom,
it would be put together right. I'm just saying.
It wouldn't hurt my feelings. It'd probably be the cleanest bike I've ever had. The problem with that, Tom, is I'm still missing quite a few parts. So
he knows where to buy them from.
Yeah. Well, that's true. I'll just have to get my line of credit right with Hard Times and everybody else.
That's right.
So yeah, that's I don't know, man. You know, we got some life things happening, so just gonna race when we can. Dustin and I got the school going on. Gonna try and do some cool things with the school this year. We got a good group of members. We got 40 some members now. So just trying to keep things rolling for them, try and gain some members and see if we can't get some more people winning. But I don't know, just have fun. I just want to hang out with y'all. That's my big thing. I just want to have fun.
Part.
Have fun with my homies.
Quick memory. We're all hanging out, storming like crazy at Maryland, like it did seem like every time this year. And the canopy collapses and shakes the whole trailer. And we're like, what was that? And we had to go outside in the rain and get everything. It was, man. But it was fun, right? I mean, it was fun.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. We were in my trailer.
Yeah. We were in your trailer. I was
eating your the dehydrated Skittles or whatever the hell they were.
Yeah. What were those Skittles?
Air froze or something.
Skittles.
Freeze dry.
Freeze dry. That's it. Yeah. They were fire, man. That was the first time I ever had them right there.
Yeah. We had them space Skittles.
Can you guys find them?
Yeah, they're here. Yeah, we got them at like Waggles and stuff.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Our local Tamara, there's people at her work that does it at home and brings them to her.
Yeah. Oh, man.
Yeah, homemade ones. They do sprees and Skittles and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah.
That's wild. Never heard of that. Yeah. We have some fun at the track, so that's all I'm worried about, man.
Yeah.
You just we'll just plan it and see when we can all get together. That's all I care.
Yeah. Man, we need to talk to Jason about bringing XDA to a Florida track.
I mean, you know, I teased around the idea of just bringing one to Bristol, and just because Bristol was that's the only series that could make it work there is them. Like XDA would make it work, and what a facility for it. But it just, he you know, it just shot me down.
The thing about that though, Sean, is that you start getting out of like, especially down where you are, you get a lot of delay box racers and stuff, you know, in the bracket side. I mean, like you get a lot of people that run delay boxes, and since Jason doesn't, I don't.
But I'm not opposed to him having like 1 year, like not even a points race, just like an XDA,
an invitational.
You know, and just go south and try it.
Yeah, Gainesville. I mean,
I love Gainesville.
All the way down here. Go to Gainesville.
Yeah.
even Mount Augusta. Let's try.
I'll tell you one of my favorite tracks that was kind of in the good area for racing was Atlanta. Like it's gone now, but I love that track. Even though it's not in Florida, Atlanta was one of my favorite racetracks of all. And because it was a nice facility. The track was nice. Yeah. And it was kind of central. But now that it's gone, you know, like there's not a whole lot of those good tracks that can handle XDA. But I do think he should do like an invitational type deal and not even be like with his series, just do one and go south and see what happens. Or it might be huge. Who knows?
Yeah.
If it's in this time of year where we're all kind of, you know,
that would be cool. That would be cool to have like a winter XDA down south. That would be sweet.
Yeah. I mean, like a January or early February, like just a weird, you know, where everybody's kind of ready, just have it. And I feel like people from north would come south, and the south would, of course, be loving it, and we could just all have a good old time.
Yeah. But hey, regardless, we'll just have to come down and visit and race with you.
Well, I mean, next year I'm coming to Florida regardless for Harper's. I always tell her that I'll take her to Disney her 10th birthday. Well, time's come. I'm coming to Florida.
She's going to be 10? Holy cow.
Bro, I know. Like, tell me.
Yeah. That's crazy.
When I look at her, I'm like, what am I going to do?
Yeah.
Yeah, but next year we should definitely plan to do KOG.
Well, I'll be there. That's when I'm going to come down for her. Well, we're going to do Universal, Disney, KOG while I'm down there. That's my plan.
Right. And and TRC is typically always the weekend before.
Yeah. Well, we'll be in PRI that weekend, I think.
Right.
Maybe. Yeah, we'll have to see. Hopefully, maybe they'll change it. They should do it.
Actually, PRI is like on the 14th.
Well, PRI doesn't change. I know it's not going to change. Hell, I can tell you when the date is going to be right now.
14th.
Huh?
It's not the 9th. It's like the 14th next year.
It'll be PRI will be it'll probably be the 5th, 6th, and 7th.
No.
What?
They sent me an email. Yeah.
Really? It's the following weekend, 12, 13, 14?
Yes.
Well, that might be on KOG then. I don't know.
Huh. Oh, maybe. I don't know. I'm not a very good planner.
Yeah, I know you aren't. 2020. Let's see if we can pull it up real quick. Future dates. No, you were right. I was wrong. 12th through 14th next year.
Boyd said the second 10 will go a lot faster than the first. I don't know what that means. What that's regarding. We've been rambling, so I don't know what.
The second 10 will go a lot faster than the first. I don't know. It's late. I don't know what that is.
You guys saw our boy Frankie Stotts win the off the trailer shootout.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm surprised they left them hair dryers in there.
Me too. I can't.
Oh, Harper's 10. Okay, I got you. Yeah, but I was surprised when I seen him in there. I'm like, wow, they let the turbo in. Like, what has changed? Yeah. Because before it was like a sin if they mentioned that, like it was not allowed.
Yeah. So. Yeah. Well, he tried to. So they said that they tried to enter the high noon.
Yeah.
Category there at another shootout, and they wouldn't let him enter the high noon.
Well, he was in another class, and later on it like stalled and it left or something. I've seen that.
Yes. Yeah. So in the actual hair blower class.
Yeah. That was it. I seen it stall when he threw the lever. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Turbo stuff. I don't understand that.
That is one thing that I've wanted to do for a while, though, is a little boosted grudge bike.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I mean, yeah. Well, your boost is a little different than other boosters.
Mine's a little different.
Would be a really, I'm telling you.
I got a wizard.
That would be a fast combo.
He's ready to do some stuff like this. He'll do some wizard stuff on his crystal ball.
But you just got to figure out how to crystal ball the bank account to make that.
No shit. Exactly. That's exactly what I was saying.
Because every time I think I like to have a turbo bike, my bank's like, bitch, go buy some nitrous. You can't afford that.
I know. That's what I've been thinking. But you know what's like? So here's the thing, real quick, that's confusing to me is like I went back and looked at every boosted bulls at XDA, right? And I don't understand the payout. Like,
it's based on bikes, I think.
I know, but it didn't really add up. You know what I mean? Like, it just didn't add up. Like, I looked at every race from this past year, and it was like, there was one race where like it was just like Jeff Godfrey, right? And he got $500, which was entry. It's like, okay, fair enough. But then there was some other races, like 2 or 3 bikes, and it was like 2,500 one race, and then one race was like 3,200. Like
maybe they do some side pots.
I don't know. Maybe I need to. Well, I honestly want to.
Speak of the devil, he just now joined the show.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's
Frankie
Frankie
Stotts. Yeah.
So I don't know. A lot of those are like 100% payback, right?
Well,
or they're 80%
Yeah,
payback.
but the bike counts versus the amounts wasn't adding up to what he's saying. So like it would be one guy was there, it was 500, and then 3 was there, and it was like 2230 something weird like that.
It just the math wasn't mathing. I'll put it like that.
Science.
Yeah, the math was not math, and but yeah, like Dustin said, like I'm pulling up right now, Boosted Bulls. It's 500 to enter, but then it's like if they have 16 bikes, it's $8,000 to win, 2 to runner up. So I don't know really how they. You would just think it'd be entry fee, right?
It says if 16 bikes.
Yeah, they'll
Like,
never be 16. There's probably only
like
8
the
in the planet.
16. Yeah, but like Dustin said, you would assume it'd just be payback. So, but if there's only 4 bikes, then it should only be 2. I don't know. The math wasn't mathing, y'all. I'm just telling you.
Maybe they do something like throw some on the pot, or who knows?
I don't know. I'm
sure somehow, some way we pay the sportsman guys.
Oh man.
It's definitely tough when there's only 1 or 2 turbos.
Yeah, I mean like that. And what's bad is like a couple of the guys is always there, always entering. And then you got some out there that's capable of winning that class that don't come. Like,
that's what I mean. You basically got Frankie on the DME
if you had
bike.
Frankie, and then you have
Jeff
Chris,
Godfrey's always there.
Jeff,
and then Malcolm was usually
Malcolm, and then I think isn't Moonshine?
Yeah, you got Moonshine.
I've never seen him in that Boosted Bulls class.
Well, what I'm saying though is there's a potential. There's a potential to have 6 to 8 of them. Right.
HTP's got a couple of them. They got a couple. They've got their D-Ball 1000. Their turbo bike. That Poppy rides.
So like Frankie said, there was 6 on the property and only 2 entered the actual race. So my point is on this is why in the hell we be having some motorcycles and not racing them? I just feel like that's a waste of money.
It looked like Moonshine had a heavyweight on it.
Oh, I mean, he likes to party. It sounds like. I mean, it's all about the fat guys having.
I forget that guy's name.
Eubanks.
What's it? Yeah, Eubanks.
Yeah.
Like they had Eubanks on it, and that looked like a spicy little combination.
Well, Spencer was supposed to ride that naked one. I don't know if he ever did.
Naked what?
The Turbo Busa with no butt end on it. It was just a seat and a plenum.
Yeah.
Oh, the Williford one?
Not well, it's like it, but it wasn't. Was it Dalai Lama or what? No,
Dalai Lama.
Was it in Florida right now?
It was the one.
That bike, Sean.
Yeah, the purple one.
Pablo.
Yeah. That bike. He was supposed to ride it.
Yeah, it's for sale. It can be bought, right?
Yeah, I heard about that. It could have been bought from Devin at one point in time.
Yep. So Frankie, brother, good to see you, man. Miss you. Bert Vine said Merry Christmas, Bert. It was good to see you, meet you at PRI show. Thanks for hanging out with us, man. We were pretty sure we had the biggest crowd at the podcast.
For sure. I was very proud of that, man. Yeah. I was very proud to look up and see a lot of people watching our show versus just before when we left. Farm Truck and Asian was in there, and we were leaving. There was nobody watching the show, so I was like, "Well, look at us."
Well, and like they were doing one, like it was kind of like an NHRA one, wasn't it? Like Brian Loans or something, and then like Ida from Sweden or whatever was in there. Yeah. Like, and hey, we had the biggest crowd, so shout out to our fans and
it's
supporters.
Because Larry's so damn good looking.
Yeah, Larry is a good looking older man. That what do you call him? Silver Fox. That's what I was saying.
Yeah, Tamara loves her some Larry, man.
Hell, I got more gray hair than Larry, actually.
Yeah.
By the way, if y'all have missed out, we know. Look, hey.
Oh yeah.
We know the audio when we lived from PRI was not good, but that's okay because we have the full recording with clear audio. It's posted. Y'all can watch it on YouTube, any of your podcast player. It's posted now. So go back.
And the video is attached and it's in sync.
Yes.
Ben done an outstanding job of syncing that.
So if you missed that, or if you tried to watch in, you're like, oh, holy shit, you can't hear us. Like, fair enough. We got that.
The point of that was we were going to be live at PRI as in person live, not live where you could watch it live. But we still tried to make it happen.
Yeah, I tried. But we were in a time slot, so we didn't have enough time to like check everything. So we had to sacrifice.
Well, the biggest flaw was we was in a glass box and it echoed, and then it would kill the sound. That was the biggest flaw.
Well, I don't think those little mini mics I had for my phone, I don't think they like synced up because I think it was from StreamYard going anyways. But
we done what we could do.
Yeah, y'all can listen to it. It's clear as bells.
If you would quantity 5 up, we could probably afford to have management.
That's right. Oh, and one last thing too. Don't forget, Penske Shock giveaway is going to happen in 2 weeks, and there's still a few spots left. Well, there's more than a few because of this. Any subscriber gets in, but if you don't want to subscribe, if you don't like us for some reason, you just want a shot at the Penske Shock, I think there's like 40 spots left that you can buy standalone. Basically, you're going to have, I don't know, it's going to probably work out to be like a 1 in 150, 1 in 175 chance to win a $1,000 Penske Shock. So
yeah, we need to be filling that up. I don't understand why that's not full. I see people all the time doing waffles for like way less odds. I don't understand. For more money too, like increase. You got to spend more for a spot.
They probably just don't know. Don't know. So now they know.
Share that.
Now, if you win, you get to specify like the make and model.
Oh, it'll be built for you. It's a complete build for your combo. Whatever.
Well, it's an 8975. It's the
it's an 8975, but it's built for your bike, like per combo.
Yeah, Dustin at Penske will hook that up and build it spec'd.
He just now said custom built for the win because spinning ain't winning, baby. And the only way you can achieve that is Penske Racing Shocks.
That's right. Right here.
That's right.
Loud and proud tonight. Yes. All right, guys.
Boyd, you're already entered, but you can buy more spots if you want in. I'm just saying.
Yeah, I'm looking.
Also, we got to say something about our boy Richard Gadsden.
Oh, about possible what? I don't think that's official. Is that what you're talking about?
I don't know. Do we need to jinx that?
I don't know. It looked pretty official to me.
Yeah, well, I mean, it officially was an official pass, but I mean, I don't know about. There's things happening.
There's the rumors, rumor mill. You're right. We might.
That's what we are, right? We just encourage rumors here. Like, is that what we do?
We need to be rooting for him. We got to be.
Oh yeah, I mean, like I would love nothing more to see him be where he's meant to be.
If you have Richard and Gage riding,
my Atlanta, like they would be like their worst competition would be their teammates. You know what I mean? Like it would be brutal out there.
Yeah, for sure. So we're hoping that all works out.
You can slide into my DMs and I'll fill you in, brother.
Yeah. But yeah, Boyd, if you need a couple extra spots, just hop on the website. It's a $5 spot. You're already in because you're a valued Patreon subscriber, so we appreciate it. But if you want extra spots, the entries on the website.
The odds are really gonna. I mean, like the spots are what, $5 a piece, right?
The extra spots are, yeah.
So you can buy additional spots for $5 a piece. And you're buying a digital image, and you're getting to be in the giveaway for free.
Yeah. Lord Almighty, Facebook was trying to shut me down the other day for that.
That's why I made sure I stayed that way.
All right. Well, look, Sean, we appreciate you jumping on with us tonight. We appreciate you encouraging us to just send this bitch and go live. So we'll have the recording.
Boyd said, "Mom, I got value."
There you go. Exactly.
Much love, brother.
All right. Let's see here. Well, we appreciate you, Sean. We're glad to let everybody know what you got going on and make sure some of these young cats know who you are, since we're all still young at heart, but damn, we're getting old, boys.
I'm going to go Google Fortnite. I want to play. I'm going to look into this.
I don't know what that is. I got to get to work. I got to get back to work. All right, guys. We appreciate it. We'll see y'all next time. Thanks, Sean.
All right. See you guys.